Well, prepare yourself, guys, for another episode of The Rundown. I'm your host, Chris Fagan, and today we're going to talk about Tina Turner, some news that came from the Flash movie, whether you want to hear about it or not. I'll give you a warning about it. Well, it might be some spoilers for you guys. And Mia, should Mia return to the Fast and Furious? Joining me, as always, on a Thursday, Joy Fagan. Hey, baby.
Hey.
And me. There we go. The most important, the second most important, guys. Appreciate you guys for joining us live. Appreciate you guys for watching and supporting the channel throughout the week. Like I said, I'm going to be doing the rundown 3 days out of the week for sure, trying to make that a scheduled program, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. But in the evening time, we will also include a rundown after dark. And tonight is no different. We should have the whole panel here, I've been told. And an extra guest. We might have, because we have some more announcements we're going to be talking about, Comic Palooza and things like that. So we're excited about that. Your costume, is it ready?
It's supposed to be here today.
All right. Okay. I mean, you already got the best costume in the world. I mean, you're already a nurse. So all you have to do is just add,
That's not what my costume is.
I mean, but it could be. Like if all else fails, just take your actual work uniform and then just take some fabric off of it. Boom, costume. Or for what I like a little bit later. I mean, we'll talk about that later, guys. If you want to support the channel, you can always check out our podcast, The Rundown. After our live streams, we also have a podcast. You can look it up on all your favorite podcasts of choice. Look for T3 Medias, or look for The Rundown, or both. Google Podcast, Spotify, and Apple iTunes. Is it iTunes or Apple Podcasts? You can also check us out streaming live. Right now we're on YouTube, we're on Facebook Live, and we're streaming on Twitch. So you can support us there. During the show, if you want to support the channel, you can send a message, comment, question. We like questions, especially if you start them with "for me." You can send them through streamlabs.com/C3media/tips or super chat right here on YouTube as well. Become a Patreon if you want to help us out. We really appreciate that. And we got some more exclusives for our Patreon and YouTube member supporters. We're going to be implementing that, not this week, maybe next week, for like call-ins and stuff like that. So you can become a Patreon, become a member, and we'll have some extra for you guys when you do so. And we appreciate that, guys, if you support the channel. I'm getting ahead of myself. If you support the channel through Patreon, I got ahead of myself and clicked the wrong button. But yeah, support us that way as always, and hit up the chats and let us know what you guys think of any of the topics that we're talking about. If you hear something, if I say something stupid or something clever or whatever, both, funny, whatever, if you like it, if there's any moment during the show, please help me out. Remember to say, I'm talking to myself, to Joy, everybody. If you guys see something right, clip that, because I need to say it out loud. I need to get in the habit of saying clip that, or that should be a clip, so it helps me to find those moments that I can put up on social media. So if something happens, clip that. But if not, just say that sucks. I don't care. We have the question of the polling question of the day. It's already up. You guys already voted. Only got 2 votes in there. So you guys, if you're watching live, if you haven't voted, hit what you think about the question, and we're going to be talking about that in a few minutes. But first, on the force feed, babe, what do we got?
Angela Bassett pays tribute to Tina Turner, who passed away yesterday, May the 24th.
That was sad. It came out later that she was ill. And I didn't know.
She had a very long
that.
battle with intestinal cancer.
I didn't know anything about that, and it was kind of a shock. I mean, she was 83?
83. And
the first thing I thought about when I heard that she had passed was I thought about Angela Bassett. Angela, she's lost some people that's been real close to her in recent years. Chadwick Boseman, things like that. And so I was curious on if she said anything, and it didn't disappoint. She had something to say on Instagram, and I thought it was really nice. I wanted to read it real fast. But before I do it, did you ever seen What Love Got to Do with It? Long time ago. This has made me want to see it again. I'm gonna probably watch it the next time I get a free chance. I'm gonna check it out. But Angela Bassett on, what was it? Instagram had something nice to say, and I want to put that up on screen. Let me see if I can find it real quick here on the we're on the rundown. Angela Bassett says, "From I am Angela Bassett. How do we say farewell to a woman who's owned her pain and trauma and used it as a means to help change the world? Through her courage in telling her story, her commitment to stay the course in her life, no matter the sacrifice, and her determination to carve out a space in rock and roll for herself and for others who looked like her. Tina Turner showed others who lived in fear what a beautiful future filled with love, compassion, and freedom should look like. Her final words to me, for me, were, 'You never mimicked me. Instead, you reached deep into your soul, found your inner Tina, and showed her to the world. I shall hold these words close to my heart for the rest of my days. I am honored to have known Tina Turner. I am humbled to have helped show her to the world. So on today, while we mourn the loss of this iconic voice and presence, she gave us more than we could have ever asked. She gave us her whole self, and Tina Turner is a gift that will always be simply the best. Angels sing thee to thy rest, Queen." And was considered the queen of rock and roll. That was pretty cool. So,
Well, I mean, her big, obviously she had stuff when she was younger with Ike.
Right.
But then
When she was Oda Mae.
came to light again in the 80s when she was in her 40s.
Yeah. And just
the MTV
changed her,
days,
changed her image after Thriller and everything came out, and then she totally Thunderdome with Mad Max. What Love I Do. Yeah,
all that was the 80s, and she was in her 40s.
Yeah, and
known for her amazing legs.
Oh, always. Her and what's her name? Cher, known for their legs.
I mean, I saw some comments yesterday on different sites that were like, we still keep talking about Ike, and
he started trending after a while before he died. Yeah,
she was married to her current husband
way
longer than she was ever married to Ike. We don't ever talk about him.
Yeah,
but apparently, I mean, he loved her and he treated her like the queen she was.
Right.
We just don't mention him.
It's like the Jacksons' father. They always, the Jackson 5 always, when you bring them up, they always got to bring up and play the same character too. Wait a second, I'm just not remembering this. Tina Turner played Michael Jackson's mom, and no, that was a different actor who played the father. But the guy who played the father in Ike and What Love Got to Do with It, he's been memed a lot. I was almost thinking that he also played the Jackson's father, but he didn't. But yeah, you think about the Jacksons, you think about the father, Jermaine, or not Jermaine, Joe Jackson. You think about Tina Turner, you think about, I think it was the movie that really reminded, because it's very heavily memed, and those looks that he gave, and those those him and another Angela Bassett movie. Not to make this all about Angela Bassett, but it was it's not selling
or she sets the car
on fire. Yeah. When that's also a heavily mean one. That's what it did, and that's why I say it made me want to go back and watch that movie again, because it was an iconic movie, and I like Tina Turner, and she will be missed by many. All right, what was next on the force feed?
Spoiler. If
you haven't,
close your ears.
Just in case.
The Flash, or if it matters to you, the Flash director reveals Nicolas Cage Superman cameo.
And I thought I did have a graphic up, but I don't know where it is. There it is. So just if you didn't know, and I'm glad we said spoilers first before I put the image up. If you didn't know, now you know, just in case. But the director already spoiled it, and it wouldn't really matter if you don't know the history of it.
Most people are gonna not understand.
Not understand at all
what that means.
But if you are in this space, especially if you are a John Campea or more importantly a John Schnepp fan, you will know the history of this. After Tim Burton's Batman Returns, Tim Burton was tasked to produce and direct a Superman movie called Superman Lives, which it got close. And you see right there Nicolas Cage in the suit, and he tested the suit out. They took images. They were already in pre-production. It was ready to go. I believe Brainiac was going to be the main villain, who was, I think, the villain in the Supergirl movie, but they didn't do it justice. But Tim Burton was going to be weird. It was, I even believe Jimmy was supposed to be black, if I remember correctly. But it was supposed to be starred Nick Cage as the mullet wearing like Superman. Like that was it was about to happen. And it got pretty far in pre-production, and then they just stopped. I forgot the reason why they stopped, but it was covered heavily on the documentary. Like fast forward like 15 plus years later, 10, 20 years later, John Schnepp did a documentary called The Death of Superman Lives. What happened? Where he even got to do animations of parts of the script that people never got to see. It was a bonkers, weird movie, and it was going to be something visually that I believe no one has ever seen before. It was what Tim Burton did with Batman, bringing the darkness and everything to life and whatnot. He was going to bring something very weird to Superman Lives. And the fact that Nicolas Cage, I mean, we laugh at that now after all he's gone through.
I mean, I think I don't really consider this a spoiler, or like the,
because it's something we never got.
And it's not like, I mean, we already know. It's just a quick cameo. It's not like there's a major part. It's not the same thing as if they had suddenly decided, we're going to announce that Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire are actually, the whole movie's about.
Yeah, exactly. Them denying that the whole time made sense. Yeah.
It was more exciting to have that come out and be like, oh my gosh, this is 10 seconds. Like, it's not. If
that, yeah. we don't know. As I haven't seen it, and you guys who have seen The Flash, you can contest, because it wasn't anything to that great for it was funny how it was heavily reported after the director himself was the one who revealed it, but people who kind of saw it kind of kept it to themselves. I guess they kind of wanted people to witness it for the first time, or it didn't even matter to them that much, because even people who do like Superman, a lot of people don't know that Nicolas Cage was almost Superman, was this close.
I think to most people, they'll see it and just be like,
"Oh, Nick Cage, weird." Yeah, that's weird. Nick Cage, yeah, damn, he's in everything now. His comeback is on point. But there's a deeper cut in there. So I've heard that when you go see the Flash movie, or the people who have seen it, when the Nicolas Cage part comes up, there's always a select few, and I'm going to be one of them, that's going to be like, woohoo, because they know the whole history of it. So if you don't know, now you know. All right. What's next? What we got?
Max will change film credit listings to separate the directors, writers, producers after backlash over the creators heading.
Yeah, they got into some story. You brought this to my attention. You showed me what was it, a tweet or a post?
No, it was an article on Deadline
that they were taking away the credit.
Put out the new Max app or whatever.
Right. And when you play the movie, it would give credit.
It's not the credits that are at the end of a movie.
It's like when you pause it and it shows the name.
When you're trying to select a movie, it'll give little tabs where you can click like cast and all the stuff, the info.
Yeah.
Well, when you click it, instead of listing produced by,
directed by, and written by,
written, it just said like creators, and just listed all the names together.
It didn't differentiate what their parts were in creating the movie, but they did. But I looked closely; it did differentiate the stars. These are the stars, and because we're all celebrity worshipers, here are the stars, and here's Doug, and here's Bill, and here's Ann and Susan. And what did they do? They were just creators. But no, they were the directors, they were the writers, they were the
Which, you had.
And they got pissed that they.
Yeah, well, especially in the midst of this writers' strike, they're all like, thanks for
taking away
pointing out even further that you don't give a crap that we wrote it.
That we directed it. Exactly.
Just lump us all together. Like, all those people over there.
They Gilligan's Island those motherfuckers and the rest. That's all they did. Yeah. I remember when I was watching old episodes of Gilligan's Island. They had the Professor and Mary, and in the later seasons it was just and the rest. I always like that joke from Mystery Science Theater 3000 because the guy who played the professor was in a movie that they were making fun of. His movie career didn't really pop off. And he walks into the scene and the Mr. Science Theater 3000 guys go, what the hell is this and the rest bullshit? So I always thought that's what it feels like. So they don't prat them.
You had, obviously some people who read that and were like, I don't look at that anyway, so who cares? But
it's cool. Like on Prime, they show you, they break down who's a part of everything when you pause
as the movie's playing. If you pause over
at a certain scene, it'll every little this is what's her name, and this is who she's the star, and this is the writer, and this is the. If you hear music, they credit almost every damn thing if you pause it at a certain point. So I thought that was cool. So so Max is backpedaling. They apologized.
Like, we fixed it.
I mean, after Zaslav got booed at that college speech, he's really trying to clean it up. So he's not trying to step into it anymore, but we'll see. I think that's it for the entertainment news part of it, right? The main topic of it, let me real quick before we go to main topic. Let's see what's going on in the chat. Anything? Did I miss anything?
It's a light day.
It's a light day. Itzy. Hey, what's going on? Itzy says, rest in peace, Tina Turner. Itzy was with us when we watched The Little Mermaid. We were going to talk about that right now, but since now that Gio and me, you, and Itzy should be here in the studio later today, we'll save that for After Dark. So we'll talk Mermaid later. I'm sure you guys are going to love. Sure, there's going to be no controversy on that guys conversation. Let's see what else we got. Kevin Davis says the Fast X will make money when it comes international box office. It will. I mean, it does make more international. So let's before we go. So since you brought that up, let's move on to the main topic. So Kevin says that the Fast X movies will make more money when it comes international box office. And that's as it opens in more countries, because it didn't debut that well domestically. But the question of the day is what I had posted up. So I said, do you think that Jordana Brewster's character Mia should they keep using her character in the Fast movies? The reason why I brought this up because I saw a post in Collider that made me think. When this was a topic at first, let me move this out the way. Thanks for the comment. When Paul Walker first died, I was glad that they decided to keep her character on board, because I was on the side against people saying now that Paul Walker's passed, they should just stop making these movies at all. That's not what Paul Walker would have wanted. That's not how life goes on. It's sad that he died, but he himself would not have wanted the franchise to end at his passing. It's like it's at any company. That's not how things work. I mean, if you work at any place where it's a team effort, and when one employee unfortunately passes away, whether it's natural causes or tragedy or whatever, that doesn't mean that the place that they work has to shut down production, whether they're the top or it depends on the situation, obviously, but that's not usually how things work in the real world. So I never liked hearing Paul Walker's passing means that the whole thing should have stopped. He was not the only person involved with the production of that movie. So I was happy when Vin Diesel said, no, the person who plays my sister, Mia Toretto, will be in future movies. I was happy about that. Until I saw how they kept bringing her back. Now, you didn't watch the later movies after he died, up to when he died into after he died. When I watched 9, and they had like a send-off on 8. Then I watched 9, and I can't even remember. I believe she was in there, but I can't remember her scene. But I just recently watched Fast X, and she definitely was there, and she had some key scenes. And I kept thinking. I already gave a spoilers review, so if you don't want to hear spoilers, I'm not going to go deep into it, but I will mention something slightly. So you've been warned just in case. But I remember thinking, and Gio agreed with me on this one, when Toretto and everybody were being set up to take the fall for something bad in the movie by Jason Momoa's character, and they're plastered all over the news. These are your wanted suspects. They came from helping the government out and being super secret superhero spies to now being wanted again. They're back to square one, being the petty thugs, right? It made me think. Let me go full screen here. So I'm on the wrong thing. What's going on with I got the wrong thing going up here. My bad. It made me think that Brian would have showed up. If I kept thinking to myself, if this is happening, Brian would have showed up. They wrote a scenario that no matter how bad it was gotten, if you watched the movie, you saw that she was like, "Oh, well, Brian's taking care of our baby wherever they're hiding out. He's in the hideout, so Jason Momoa won't be able to get us or get him and our baby because our super secret hideout is so great." And but everybody else kept getting caught and getting picked off. But when they got to the part where they were all in serious trouble and trapped or whatever, or wanted, and it was just dire, I kept thinking, no, Brian would have. There's no way in the world Brian would have taken his baby, given it to the babysitter, and I got to go help my brother. It's 100% what his character would have done. His wife is also in danger too. There's no way in the world that he would have sat on the sidelines, which is why I felt like they should have probably recast Brian, but they didn't. But if you're going to use Mia in a certain scenario where Brian's character would have had no choice, his way he was designed would have stepped up. There's no way in the world he sees his brother-in-law and his wife are in danger and does nothing. It didn't make any sense. So after seeing this movie, I was like, yeah, you shouldn't have used Mia at all, because it would have made more sense for her to maybe have a quick cameo. We're safe. We're going underground. We're fine. And that would have been. But if you have her in action, and then the shit hits the fan, Brian doesn't show up.
So he's still supposed to be alive?
He's still alive.
I don't understand why you don't even have to recast him. Why you wouldn't just write that into one of your things that one of these bad guys killed him, and now this is our reason to avenge everything. That
also could have been an option, but it was probably because people would have called it something in poor taste. Because people were like, the franchise should have ended when he died in real life. So you kill the character off, people then would have bashed him. Oh, that's so messed up that you're doing his death like that, and you know how people get.
But it bothers people. I mean, I haven't been watching this, but a TV show, mm-hmm. the Goldbergs, mm-hmm. they had a couple of seasons where one of the main characters, who's been a critical role in every season, he did some, I think, Me Too type stuff, mm-hmm. and fired.
Right.
But they didn't write him off. Mm-hmm. They just decided, we'll pretend he's there. He just won't be in any scenes.
Yeah.
So we'll show the back of his head every once in a while.
He's waving goodbye.
We'll show a still from old scenes in the distance. Mm-hmm. We'll use a voice clip every once in a while where he's saying something, and that's that. And it's like, it doesn't make sense though, because he was in every episode. He was a crucial character in every episode, and now suddenly we're supposed to believe
that he's not saying a damn thing.
That he doesn't say anything besides ha and hey guys. Yeah. And that you just see the back of his head every once in a while.
In those situations, that's when recasting now. Because if you're going to keep using the character, and especially in moments where it would make sense that they would say something, recast. It's just the only thing that makes sense.
Because people were like, well, they didn't want to say they got divorced because it didn't make sense
for them too. Yeah.
Like, okay, then either
people don't
have him pass away. They were older. Mm-hmm. That happens to people sometimes, tragically.
For that scenario, yeah, it makes sense. Yeah.
Recast him.
For Paul Walker's character, I think another reason why they don't want to show him, because the movie deals with cars. The odds are if a character is killed in the Fast and the Furious, it's going to probably happen one or two ways, either by a fight, gun battle, or a car crash or something like that, which has happened a lot in the Fast and Furious movies. So because he died in real life by a car, in a car crash, I think they were worried about fans reacting badly to it. This is in poor taste. This is so just keep them alive, keep them in the. But now the story, I feel, is suffering now,
because it doesn't make sense.
Because it doesn't make sense that if his wife is out there helping out the family, and it's supposed to be all about family.
I'm so concerned about our safety, but
I'm gonna make sure that our agreement is that now that we have a kid, that only one of us goes out on these missions,
and it's gonna be you,
and it's gonna be you from now on. So I don't know. Let us know what you guys think about that. I mean, I'm gonna close the poll now because this is gonna be a short one to see what's the polling. I don't know. Can you see the polling on?
I don't. It's not there.
I'll click up on it later. I'll find it. Anything else? Kevin Davis said Fast X will make more money. He's talking about the fact that it didn't make a lot domestically, but it internationally, Fast and Furious movies do well. But in this one and the last one, it's on a decline. So the question really is, will they finish off the Fast X Part 2 or Fast 11 or whatever they're going to call it? I hope so, because they do need to close it up. But
I don't think it needs to be 3 parts.
I don't think it needs definitely now the way this one started. I don't think it should or can be 3 parts. If this would have made $1 billion, hell yeah, they would have made it 3 parts. But no, it's not. All right, guys. Hey, Bill. Hey, was it B Gill Studios? What's going on, brother? How you doing? You're catching us once again at the tail end of it. Today was going to be a short one because I gotta prepare. I gotta go back to my day job. Joy's got to get back to work. And I gotta get the prep for the show tonight for the rundown after dark. When I talk a little bit like this. But I appreciate you checking us out. Let us know in the comment section what you think about this and all the other topics that we
come back tonight.
We talked about. Come back tonight. We'll have a full panel.
It's a longer show and there's a lot more people to talk.
There's what?
There's a lot more people.
There's gonna be more people. There's gonna be It's gonna be.
And it gets a little crazy.
Yeah, because I got the Jack Daniels, and it goes down in the DMs. Whatever that means. So let us know what you think about all the topics that we talked about. Tina Turner, are you going to go see the Flash? This whole thing with all this drama with Max. They need to relax. I forced that rhyme. And this whole thing with my question about Mia. Is Collider right? Do they need to end it off with that?
Or if you're going to keep her, you really need to address the Paul Walker situation. The character. You got to do something. You can't just continue to say, he's not here today. Yeah. That doesn't work. I'm sorry.
It doesn't. Especially the way they keep using Mia. How does
he's got a tummy ache. Sorry, he can't come over.
Yeah, based on what go read the Collider article, and they really break down exactly why I feel now. Because at first I was for her being on there, but now for me, I think that it is time for them to stop using. For me. But let us know what you guys think, guys. Appreciate you guys for your time for joining us here for this quiz. Was a quick rundown. We have to hurry up and get out of here. So I can prepare for the Tonight Show and for my day job. I'm a realtor, so I got clients that are like, "Hey, dude, you gonna help me find this house or not?" So join us again later tonight when we start the rundown after dark. Appreciate you guys for being in the studio. Appreciate you, Kevin Davis, B Gill Studios. As always, till next time, guys. Peace. Oh no, I'm gonna save that for later tonight. You know what I was about to say. I'll say peace.